Hi viewers, welcome back to another episode of Ed Break for IFNSC, the podcast where we talk about the business world, motivate the business, lifestyle motivation, and inspire people. Please, we're also on YouTube and on Facebook, so please guys, please like and subscribe and follow. And here I have Donae again. And guys, she's from a sideline business to a serious player. She's now also running her own construction business. So Donae, how did you become into the large construction business?
Okay, so as a female business owner, there's a lot of opportunities out there. We are not limited to the work scope, and also because we think that construction is just for me,
Mm.
and there's where we have it all wrong. Now, the best part of all is I have my husband with me, Ashley September, and he is the managing director on site. So he does the physical work, and I will do more of the admin side behind the scenes. But when it comes to site visits, when it comes to us needing to meet um, businesses or whichever, then we do it together. But when it comes to the manpower, then he's the person that makes things happen on the site.
It's almost like to put it in a you want a brain and Mr. Poron to put it like that way.
Yeah.
So
Or he's the brain, and I just, you know.
yeah. Um, what was your very first construction ply contact in a manner? What was the first time when you entered that business? How did you feel and were you a bit scared? What was the first experience?
You know, when we started off in 2018, 2019, he started with painting houses. It was private sector. And then what we did was things didn't go so well because that was seasonal work.
Okay.
And then everything just went quiet and the business just quieted down. And in that time, we started with the tire business. But then that pulling and tagging was still there for us to do constantly. And then we just opened our business again. And it's going much better now compared to what it went before. So then we started with our plumbing.
Mm.
So we would do contracts for police, for Department of Education for government. And we also had a big project here in Atlantis, Kanunko. And we're believing that we'll be able to go to all the other projects in Atlantis. There's also one that we did the tiling. We just completed the tiling now. And then I think there is a few more projects that we're working on this.
But you said the first time you were like in painting and it started to go down, and you like in thinking, yeah, because at some point it was probably booming and you were like constantly busy. But for you as a business person, going into that motion of that piece of the business, what was it like and to motivate you and to put you through the bus through that struggle period when you were running a business?
You know, what motivates me, I want to say this as it is, posting a living. It wouldn't give you an idea if it's not going to work. You need to persevere. If there's one thing that Satan will hold back, it's your finances.
Mm.
And he don't want you to succeed. Reason for that is because it's to empower the kingdom of God. And but that is what kept me. It's just to push because God would not give you something that is not for you. So that is what motivates me.
Oh, because since you've been talking about finance, I think for most people who want to start a business, that is one of the biggest dilemma that puts it holds a bit back. But I also think that is one of the excuses that people make to not take that step. Because for me, if you look at some people say, if some business people if they go back into the world, they say, but they didn't have finance. They just bring some people together, and that's how they basically started their thing. So in your aspect in that, What is your opinion about it?
You know, if you look at ACZ, there's great opportunities there. If you look at SETFA, great
Mm.
opportunities. People don't take heed of these opportunities. That is excuses because they want to stay at that place where they are at. They want to work until they're 65.
Oh.
They don't want to fix things in their
Mm.
lives. And when the child sees that that's how the parent continues, then the child also falls into that same slip. And it's just an
Mm.
endless cycle.
Yeah, it's almost like most people say it's generational curses, and at some
Yes.
point you need to break it and move a bit in your own direction, or break
Yes.
apart from it and into your own direction. But how do you keep on winning and keep on getting contracts in the process of doing your construction business?
You know, I used to do call center. I started off in the call center. I went to hospitality. I went back into call center. And this one lady, she was a team leader. And she told me, because this young girl was telling her whole life story to me. And the team leader told me, no, 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 I have a problem. That it's not good for people to sit close to you. I actually got offense
Mm.
because I didn't do anything. I didn't start speaking to this girl. She started speaking to me. And then she said, I don't mean it in a bad way. And then I came to realize it's my character
Okay.
because I'm open, I don't shy away, and I'm not intimidated by anyone. So I will
Mm.
just start speaking, you know. And you need to sell yourself first and you sell your business. That is what's important. So I am that person that just comes and trust God. He will open up the doors. If it's not that one, it
Mm.
will come one.
Yes. What challenges came with when like materials in construction, and that's the main thing, the dilemma that people have with the delivering of construction materials and stuff while you're on site. So can you take us a bit through that?
Okay, so we do supply and deliver. We do supply and put. But at some construction sites, they provide the materials
Mm.
themselves, and we just render a service by doing the labor work.
Okay. But if you take it that you need to organize everything, like in like let's say there's a deadline you need to keep up with, and there's materials and stuff you need to gather. Of course, I know it's everything comes down to timing and comes down to structure.
Mm.
How do you handle certain, if you're in that position, how do you handle it? In I know how in most cases planning is very important because that is how everything collapses if your planning is not perfect. So in a situation like that, and things go wrong, do you have a backup plan, or is it just you just leave it at that?
So that is the reason why we need to open up accounts
Mm.
with suppliers because then you have 30-day accounts and you will run on that.
So that's my the best way to handle a situation.
Mm.
But I think most people is a bit scared to take that step
Mm.
because remember you in credit, and you need to you need to pay the supplier if something goes wrong. I understand, but still you know that there's a strong backup if something goes wrong.
Mm. Yeah, that, I would say your credit also plays an important
Mm.
role. So that you can go to a bank, maybe go take out revolving credit or
Mm.
credit card.
Okay. Um, how does it bring? How does you feel as a black woman on your journey in construction? How is it affecting you? Like I think you also probably go sometimes to site and see how everything look. But how does people? Because I know construction is now men dominated. So you as a woman, how does it make you feel, and what do you think it sometimes?
I like it. I like being on site. I like seeing something starting from nothing
Mm.
and here it's creating something. I can't say that a male on site is disrespectful because they respect us as women on sites
Mm.
as well. But like I told you, I have my husband is the one
Mm.
on site. But I do go to site. I do go to site. But he's the one that would start moving on the sites. I'm just more for needing to go for meetings and so forth.
Okay.
But he is on the plant.
Did you ever have an incident? This is now a health and safety side of construction where someone get injured because that is now very important on construction because you're working with drills and it's cutting and grinding and stuff. So were you in a situation like that already where someone got injured and how did you handle it?
No, I was not. But before we started our construction company, I was also a senior recruitment consultant. So I would start up businesses with the owners and so forth. So there is one side, I won't mention the name, but when people got hurt, and for that reason you need to have WCA to ensure that they are covered.
Is that what does WCA stand for?
It's more like a compensation when you are injured, it covers.
Is it like insurance for construction people? So when they, I just want to clarify it so because
Not just construction. COIDA is there to cover for that and so forth.
okay.
Construction is more COIDA than this.
What advice would you give women who want to enter the construction business?
Don't ever fear to do it. Just
Holding
talk like
tout
that.
is it tout holding in the tout holding space? What is your next goal to do, or do you want to expand further?
Tall Holdings is growing very beautifully. There's great things in store for Tall Holdings. I see us growing and upping our grades because the work that we can start, that we can handle, is an increase coming. So we've still got a lot to take on, but we just need to be focused.
Um, did you guys ever like apply for tenders and stuff like that?
Yes, we do work with tenders, and we were awarded tenders and we were awarded RFQs as well.
What is RFQ?
A request for quotations. It's the smaller ones. Tenders is the bigger ones.
Oh, because I know most people just want to go for the big tenders and stuff.
You need to start small.
Okay.
You need to climb the ladder.
But is there a ranking system? How does it work?
Yes, it's like a ranking. You start off like myself, without holdings. We are GBs, so it's general building. And so we are GB1 PE. So the P is like an extension. A GB1 can do the GB2 work as well.
Oh, okay. So there is a bit deeper insight into tendering.
Yes, but I must tell you that a lot of companies they can be registered, but they're not compliant.
Oh.
And compliance is very important.
If you say like a construction company, what makes you compliant? Because I know some people register with the building association, and then there's a few um, body corps that you need to get that paperwork to make you compliant.
So BE very important. Tax certificate very important. Your CK registration documents very important. When you on a construction site, COIDA, that is insurance, very important. And then also there's a bargaining council PIBC. It's not this necessity, but when you do government tenders and stuff, then you're going to need to be registered with PIBC. Then also a lot of companies ask for medicals because you can't just send say a drunkard on site because if that person gets injured, then the liability claim will come back to you and you're gonna have to pay for this person. So it expires annually and some people don't upgrade. They don't renew their things, they leave it just as it is. And so that is why we don't get many compliant companies around.
So what is it that you say that expired? So they basically give you a year to do that.
Everything.
Yeah.
Your tax, your CK documents, your what is that, your PIBC, your PE, all of that.
Mm.
Annual certificate.
Yeah, you need. I think it's on a yearly basis. You need to
Mm.
just update it to keep everything secure, your business running. Because, and I think now in South Africa, in the space that people are getting more serious about it, because just imagine an injury happen and they found that in that because the Department of Labor will be involved. There's certain body corps that will come out and come check the site and see.
Mm.
And here they found it. And that is one of the requirements. They're going to look at your business and see what. And if you're not compliant, that is
Yeah.
going to be a whole different situation. You're going to get fined. You're going to, because I know in the health and safety sector, there was a rule that saying they say they're not going to just give you a fine anymore. They actually going to criminally
Mm.
criminally like an they were going to open up a criminal case against you if you're a health and safety officer and something as well. That's why on the construction the safety and that is very important because no one wants to go to jail for
Yes.
something and that is one of the things that most people neglect in business
Mm.
that they don't want to keep applying with certain keep their business compliant.
Yes, you need to have a safety eye.
Yeah.
Very important.
Are you also the
My
safety
daughter is.
overseas doing
Yeah.
that part
Yes.
of the business sector?
Mm.
Okay. What one message will you leave the South African people with as a woman in construction?
You will not be defeated. If you put your mind to something and you want to do it, then you do it. While you still have breath in your lungs, you have air in your lungs, you take the opportunity and go for it. Just do it.
Mhm.
Just do it.
Thank you. Thank you, Donae.
Bless you. Keep well.
And thank you guys for another episode of Ed Break for Advent Essay. And we'll see you in the next episode.